They like to run like a Fade possibly, but we'll have to see. Fade Revenant with that hero.
Yeah, could be the fate actually. We will see. Obviously, there is going to be a puzzle box picked up by the Hellborn side, so that counters the invisibility or the reflection from Fate's side. So that's something that you need to take into consideration at least. Thinking a little bit about the third pick here, not as obvious as the first two clearly. Now, of course, they need to take the Hellborn's draft into consideration as well, and there is the Ophelia. I'm surprised that the Hellborn team actually favors the Parasite over the Ophelia. When I've been watching these two teams in scrimming lately, they have literally been first picking that Ophelia every single time.
Yep. Yep. They both have great Ophelia players. Obviously, Zlapt and Tankafet both can play most of the junglers and add an exceptional level too. So.
Yeah, Gladiator. We spoke about that a little bit in the first series as well. It wasn't picked up, but fun hero to see. Obviously very powerful for setting up kills now, and with the showdown that you can activate it whenever. And it goes well with the Parasite, of course, as well, and the War Beast. A lot of aggression coming up. But where do you expect this hero to be played? Is it mid-roll only that you see this hero, or can you actually see him in a carry role as well?
He can be played in a carry role, a mid role, or even a tri lane at some points. It just depends on what you have paired with him and what the team makeup is. Obviously, they have a jungler, so I think he might be a short lane, a solo short lane maybe. But we'll have to see. It depends on where the Warbeast goes to, because I know they have played Warbeast short lane, but I'm not entirely sure. I think they have several people that play Glad, but I know they've scrimmed with it a couple times, if I'm correct. So we'll just have to wait and see who's on the Gladiator.
Yeah, I know that Haxrun and Sibba played it in, let's see, it was versus you guys last weekend. The last series right there, Sibba was the one playing it in an offensive pseudo tri-lane, if I'm not mistaken, and that, well, that turned out very well for them, to say the least. I think you were playing the Riptide in that game, if you remember it.
Yep. Well, flying through the picks here, we got a Glacius and a Luna.
There we go, Aluna indeed. I wonder why they picked up the Aluna here. I wonder if it's a synergy between... No, not necessarily. It could be the offensive tri-lane once more, and they just want to put on a lot of early aggression and a lot of damage early on. Obviously, Aluna is very good for that. Or if you get level 3, of course, that power throw is going to hurt like crazy. You can also throw it through the Ice Imprison, of course. So that helps.
Yeah, and I think Aluna is just one of those supports that you're like, if you want a strong support, you can't go wrong with Aluna. She can really go in any lane. You know, and her stun late game with the red stun, that literally is probably one of the best support stuns in the game right now, due to the fact it bounces between 10 units and hits the last one for 5 seconds. So.
Devourer, last picked? Nah, I don't think so. It's probably going to be a carry of some kind. No, it's going to be a Witch Slayer.
Wow. Wow. So we got the last pick, Swiftblade on ECX, and then Witch Slayer.
Like literally last time I saw Witch Slayer in a competitive game was like DreamHack Winter 2013, and I think it was BMG playing it. That was literally the last time I saw that hero being played in comp, and it didn't win then. I'm not sure if I expected to win here today. It's good versus the Dr. Repulsor, and I do think it was reworked slightly with the mana drain. I think it works a little bit different now. It's like an AoE or something, right?
For Witch Slayer?
Yeah, or is that...
I think it's still the single target.
Oh, it's still the single target, okay.
I think they just increased the range on it like a while back, but nothing's really changed about the hero other than the staff effect, which does go through Shrunken Head. It makes it superior magic damage
What the hell
and
are they
increases the
doing?
damage. I guess it's being remade.
Oh, no, okay.
Supposedly, I don't know if they were supposed to pick Witch Slayer there.
Oh, was
'cause he
that
did
the
say
reason?
misclick, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so maybe not. I mean, it makes sense versus the Dr. Repulsor, of course, but the mana drain is just so damn weak. Like it drains at level 4. It drains 100 mana per second. 100 mana. Like that's literally nothing in level 4. Like versus I don't know, a Paragon or a Doctor Pulsar that has like 2 3k mana. Like you need 20-30 seconds to mana drain in fall, but instead you have like a Moira support that just drains all your mana instantly. So compare those two spells and you can definitely see who's superior and why we don't see Witch Slayer too much in the support role anymore.
Yeah. I'm thinking if they're actually running Witch Slayer, it has to be like a solo lane of some sort. But the only problem that I see with that hero is that if it is mid, there's going to be an Ophelia ganking him 24/7. That's how Tankafet likes to play. Um, and even if it is short lane, he has to have such a great time in laning phase and then create so much space, which is really hard to do, especially because his ultimate cooldown is, I think it's like 2 minutes plus at the first level. So it's really hard for the hero to create space by himself, but we'll just have to wait and see.
That we certainly do. Yeah, maybe it's Witch Slayer, maybe it's
maybe
not.
it's not actually their pick. Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't make. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense to me. Like, I don't think that it's going to be. Like, it's quite weak early on. You need a lot of levels on the hero to actually be useful. And if they're running that offensive tri-lane and allowing Witch Slayer to like be in the mid lane one-on-one, I don't think that it's the best choice. I think there are so many better heroes in the current hero pool. So yeah, you're just gonna have to wait and see. We're waiting for one more player. Unfortunately, these guys just they were here 2 seconds ago, but obviously as soon as there's a little bit of a break, someone disappears. Here we go. Let's see if Imboboy can press that ready button. Yes, he can, and we are once more loading in. Let's see. We're gonna have to go through the bans as well one more time. Hopefully nobody bans the
heroes that have been picked.
That is actually quite tricky. I'm not gonna lie. It's just
There's certain corners of like that heroes that don't get picked ever, so you can just go in a line kind of. But sometimes it doesn't work that way.
Nope. Let's see, no player crashing so far. We're loading in.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, it seems like it's
so let's see if they keep the Witch Slayer. He said it was a misclick, but maybe
he
they
did?
made do something else. I think he said it was a misclick, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh god.
Okay, it was not a misclick. I think he misclicked ready up maybe, I don't know, but
wait,
they are running the Witch Slayer.
So Slapped is actually playing in the Witch Slayer? That's...
I believe so. Maybe. Maybe he's not picking them in terms of like the player on the hero.
Yeah, I guess it's not necessary, but obviously you could. No, Sib is on Aluna as well, so they're definitely going to be swapping this one around.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Haxman's going to be on the Witch Slayer, I think. Sarah on the Gladiator.
Okay. This is interesting.
It's going to be interesting seeing a Witch Slayer.
We should change name to Sync. Yeah, did they make any swaps? Or... I don't even know.
I don't know. I think Zlapt accidentally readied up on War Beast.
Ah, okay.
I think that's why they needed the remake, but...
So it's going to be Sibba playing the War Beast, indicating that it's a Suicide War Beast. Dr. Repulsor is a pretty decent hero to go up versus the War Beast though, because of his Q, so he can, you know, out attack or last hit under or in the tower range and also deal with the creeps quite handily at least. So he shouldn't have too much problem down there. And Glacius being played by Nier here actually, that's not a typical Evil Corporation hero. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Nier play the Glacius actually.
I think the heroes he plays most would probably be like Nymph, Aluna,
Moira.
Pyro, but yeah, Moira too. Yeah. I'm not sure if I've seen him really play Glacius that much, but yeah, basically the top tier heroes. Glacius is still a good hero, but they don't really pick him up that much, as you pointed out. So
yeah, it doesn't.
I think it's really good though. It's good this game, I think, against the Parasite. So
I've never really liked that though. I gotta be honest. Like I just feel like Glacius versus the Parasite. Yeah, you can lock down the creeps, but as we saw in previous series, like you can pick up like a Vood Jester for that purpose as well, and it works pretty much just as well or just as good, if not better. It actually bounces between like the puzzle box minions and all. So Glacius to me is like a bit. I don't know. I've never liked the hero. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, he also gives the mana to the team, which can be crucial to the Behemoth. For when he gets his PK, he'll have, you know, possibly one more spell with the PK. But
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
true.
all right with their lineup.
We will have to, or we will find out shortly at least as game number 1 begins. Hellhounds running in here. What are the lanes going to be like, by the way? Serenia is down here,
So
uh, just chilling a little bit. I guess he just wants to get maximum um, duration time out of that ward of sight.
yeah, I believe it's gonna be a solo Witch Slayer top against Behemoth. Then you're gonna have the Gladiator and a Luna versus Swiftblade mid, and then a Glacius Doctor Bot versus a Warbeast. So
Yeah, Witcher positioned in the top lane, going to go up versus Sane playing the Behemoth. Of course, he went for the Marchers. He does not expect a 1 versus 1 situation whatsoever. He expects the defensive pseudo trial here from the Hellborn side. That's not going to be the case. And what's he doing with the block? Uh,
I'm not sure if he lagged out there or just didn't want to block it, or I was waiting for him to block it. I was
I mean,
actually
he was
looking, but
standing in a position that was indicating, or that was indicating, yeah, that he
maybe
was going
he
for the
thinks
block.
it's a dual lane. Maybe he thinks the dual lane's mid now, so that he might not need to waste his mana on the block.
Maybe,
Um,
but in that case, he already
it
made a
looks like they're gonna
mistake.
dual lane Swiftblade Glacius mid actually.
Huh. If you show down or the Swift Blade and he spins, he gets out of it, right?
Yeah, the effect stays on him, but you can't pull him back when he has magic immunity on.
Gotcha.
I do think Gladiator and Aluna are gonna have a better time in this lane, depending on how much harassment they put out. But if they get out of position, they can turn it around.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that the Legion team, they need level. Yeah, both of those teams need level. Actually, if in level 2, I could potentially see the Legion team actually getting a kill onto Aluna if Serena were to misstep a little bit.
Yep.
If they have both the Tundra Blast and the Ice Imprison.
Which they're doing fairly well in the top lane, putting a lot of harassment onto the Behe.
Yeah, Marchers not necessarily the optimal 1 versus 1 item here for Sane. So struggling a little bit getting those last hits. So is Witchslayer though, actually being forced to...
Oh, mid lane.
Oh, what's going
Ophelia
on?
coming in with the Skelly King. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be a
going to
kill.
be enough. The
Yeah.
bloodlust in favor of Tankafet, taking the last hit right there. And as we were talking about level 2 hits, and the Legion team makes their move, realizing that they actually have the advantage in that
and
level.
beautiful rotation from Tanka. Like I said, he's gonna be on that mid lane 24/7 if he gets a good creep like a Skelly King.
Yeah, no vision for the ganks whatsoever, which is a little bit surprising. Almost to me. They're actually prioritizing getting vision on that bot rune instead. They have a word of revelation as well here, which is actually going to be countered right there. It's going to be blocked for
Actually
2 minutes though.
using 2 counter wards to take that ward out though, missing the first one. But not too bad. I wonder if he saw the rune ward though. Possibly, maybe.
Ooh, yeah, that's so
That's gotta be close. I think he did see it. Yep. So he got the rev ward and he unblocked his camp and got the rune ward.
Wow. Okay, so it
nice
actually
counter ward.
turns out pretty damn well then.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a little bit of value in those wards as well. They give a little bit of gold. Not the biggest deal, of course. Hellhounds once more gonna pull the lane, and Sib is gonna continue to farm level 3 already. By the way, he can do this while sleeping. Seriously, he's been doing this so many times nowadays that he's so damn comfortable with those Hellhounds and the pulls.
Yep. And as you see, Doctor will just take it into the jungle and then pull it back to the creep wave on his own.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit though, or I mean, he hasn't gotten any gold for these creeps yet, but 275 gold per minute. Witchslayer in that 1 versus 1 situation at the top is currently doing better than him. Never mind, I take that back. Now he gets above that 300 gold per minute mark. Oh, Wild Hunter in the mid, by the way, slapped is here.
Yeah, I think they were looking for the showdown because he does have a 1 in showdown and 1 in pitfall. So choosing to go a chalice here and not the bottle. I think that might have been because he died for bloodlust, but
Top
not
lane,
too sure.
slapped, chasing. Nah, not gonna happen. He's wasting a lot of time.
Yep, and this means that Ophelia gets time to catch up in terms of levels. Invising through again mid.
Is it going to be successful this time, I wonder? Like, it's so damn tricky. I mean, that Swiftblade were actually quite smart of a pickup, especially when you position it in the mid lane like this. Like, it just completely negates the effect of the Gladiator with that early showdown.
Yep, and then it's really good at negating the ganks from Parasite too. before he hits level 6, that is. But
Regeneration, by the way, at the bot lane. No, neither team gonna contest it so far. Actually, Dr. Pulsar is gonna head over there. He went for a bottle, by the way, in the safe lane.
yep. Imba, I think Imba likes doing that. It's really good in 1v1 situations as Doctor. That regen rune is gonna prove to probably, it's gonna get him a kill probably once he gets level 6, I'd say.
Oh, are you sure? Sibbe is level 5. He's close to level 6 himself. Actually, might even get it before Dr. Pulsar. So.
Yep. I mean, we'll have to see. I'm guessing Zane is gonna start rotating. Yep. He's done laning top.
Ooh,
They're gonna put some pressure on him now, bot.
Yeah, this might very well turn into a kill right here if they're just
He's got the
manly
regen
enough
going.
to dive this. Warbeast, the port's
TP
coming in. Yeah, the
Witch
regeneration though is used by Dr. Pulsar, so this might backfire
Witch
big
Slayer is
time.
stunned.
The ultimate, the silver bullet, yeah. Not really necessary to use the silver bullet since Aluna was there as well.
I would take that trade though. That's a good trade for ECX in my opinion. Force the Witch Slayer to rotate. They got the kill on the War Beast, which is a lot more valuable than their Glacius. So good rotations overall.
Absolutely, that definitely favors the Legion team, which is looking really scary so far at least. Oh, there we go.
Showdown on mid.
Yeah,
Spin,
like,
just like you were saying.
yeah, he's like, come at me, buddy. What you gonna do? Showdown, sure. I mean, the only way to hit it is simply to use it right away, like literally right away. But in that case, Pitfall is not gonna proc, so that doesn't help too much.
It's gonna be really hard to ever hit a combo on him unless he hits the Pitfall first. So you see two rotating towards top. Behe is gonna go back to top. Parasite's chasing him out of lane.
Invisibility on a Luna as well, picked up right there.
Looks like they're gonna try and set up a kill on
Where was the
top.
Parasite you said?
Top lane in a Minotaur. Looks like they're gonna try and set up a kill or push top with the Parasite maybe. He's gonna go back to the jungle actually. Parasite just getting level 6 now. Warbeast is now level 6, so I don't think he has to worry too much about being ganked unless Ophelia has good creeps and goes behind his tower.
Yeah,
but they do have the ward up on bot river, so.
Hitting level 6 in the near future, and I do think that they are looking to set up a kill here on the Gladiator in the mid lane.
Yep, you see Gladiator just trying to get as much stats as possible to be able to live and get his abilities off.
There is Slapped as well with the Vagabond Leader, but once again, I mean, the problem
They do
remains.
see the Aluna here. They do see the Aluna with the Rev Ward, so they might try to kill the Aluna here with the Behe.
Oop, yeah, that's probably going to be a kill. Oh, the Swift Slash is used right away. They are not saving any time or wasting any time there. That's safe to say. That was almost an overkill. I don't know if they needed that. I guess they wanted to be on the safe side, but that Swift Slash sure surprised me. They're gonna lose the top tower though while this is going on. Or are they saying this running over the Fissure? They have the fortified defense as well, so it should be
Doctor
fine.
TPing in, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be a kill.
Doctor's gonna go in here.
Or is it? He's gonna try to pour it out. Is it going to be successful? Axron with the plays almost.
Yep. He noticed that Behe did not have a point in his W, so he didn't have another stun. So that was a heads-up play by Hax. But as you can see, good rotation by Imba. Nice port, good fissure stun. They get the deny on the tower.
That was incredibly close. Good attempt at least by Haxron. Actually thinking about that port in that stressful or that very chaotic moment. Once more in the mid, Pitfall going to connect, but yeah, only using it right now for last hits, so not optimal. Where do you expect the game to go from here? What team do you think is gonna really put on any pressure, or what team is gonna put the pressure on?
I think ECX is gonna look to pressure the bot lane as soon as Tenka gets level 6, which he just got, or 7. You might wait till. And the key timing is once he gets that Astrolab. I don't know how close he is to it. I know he has the Arcane Ring right now, or the Ring of Sorcery, but I mean, once he gets the Astro, I think they're gonna look to just push.
Yeah, there is a word of sight down here by Sybil, by the way, so he is gonna spot these Skeleton Kings heading over. He's actually gonna be forced to port out as well. That was well played by Tankafat, actually.
Yeah, forcing him to TP out, which gives it an easier time to push this lane.
Yeah, and he ported all the way back to base as well, not only to the tier 1 tower down here at the bottom, so... Yeah, here we go, the push is going to happen. Obviously Skeleton Kings isn't the best of creeps to actually create a push with, but they are good for locking down Warbeast.
And you see Zane here setting up behind him with the Shockwave. He is going to be scouted by the wolves, though, I believe. Maybe not.
Yeah, they're at least acting as wards, so it's gonna force Same back for now. But the tower is gonna fall. They do have the defense, but not gonna use it right there at least. And seems like the push is gonna continue at
They're
least
going to
for
keep
now.
going. They want to try to force rotations from sync in order to stop this push.
And I do believe that they are going to be successful in that because Glacius is here as well now. And Swiftblade, he was thinking about it, but he's actually going to head somewhere else, actually
Yep,
towards the
and
top lane.
Gladiator actually TP's back and smokes up at the tier 3. And they're not going to find anything, so well played by ECX in forcing that rotation. Doctor is going to TP top. They're looking to kill this Witch Slayer here. No, he stopped it.
That's unfortunate. Hackstron, I don't think that he's got enough damage himself to bring down Behemoth. He probably needs a little bit more levels beforehand. It's going to be close. He's going to go for it. I don't think... do you think that would have been enough, though? I don't think so.
Possibly, depending on how many auto attacks. He might have had Warcry too. Yep, he had Warcry too. So I think he wouldn't really get it. Or the Battle Cry, but...
Would have been close, yeah. He tried at least, didn't happen. Mid lane, oh my
Wow,
gosh.
beautiful spin by Bray.
Indeed, well played by him, and the bot push continues. Dr. Pulsar is gonna, well, hit the tower for a bit.
Yep.
Not the biggest threat,
he has
but...
no worry in this lane.
Oh, here we go, though. Nope, not gonna happen.
Just came striding in trying to get the kill. But yeah, he really has no worry in this lane. The only person he has to worry about is Witch Slayer when he gets a PK and then the Gladiator showdown. Otherwise, there's no catch. So he can farm as far up as he wants right now.
Saber farming 240 gold per minute. It's okay, but at the same time, he kind of wants to gradually increase that gold per minute here in the near future if he actually wants to be able to keep up with, let's say, Dr. Pulsar and Swiftblade when it comes to the late game. Of course, Bray is farming 350 and now they're pressuring the mid tower as well. There isn't really too much the Hellborn team can do about it. It's the Gladiator, of course, with the Call of Arms and the Pitfall, but apart from that, like, they don't really have too many heroes to take teamfights with.
They have a decent anti-push with the Aluna and the Gladiator. I think that was the reasoning behind those picks, maybe. And then just a decent team fight. But they can't really stop these early pushes because ECX is bringing most of their team.
Oh, that Skeleton King on the Catman Champion. That is really well played on his part. Shockwave as well. Call to Arms is going to be enough to keep Slept alive. It might be enough to get the return kill. The Swift Slash just goes up though. It's so incredibly close, but the slow from Glacius is too strong, and Bray's gonna make it out of there. Make that 2 for nothing plus the tower in favor of Evil Corporation. They are playing really damn well so far.
Yep, that was just a flawless fight there. Beautiful
bot lane as well, by the way. Glacius is heading in. It's going to be spotted right in the nick of time.
Oh, might be caught.
The Fisher as well.
Caught. Wow. Wow, I did not see that. I thought he saw Glacius. I guess he didn't.
He did, but he thought that he was safe, I think. I mean, that was just heads-up play by Nier, just using those striders. Oh,
wow.
My... What?
That was kind of a misplay from him, but I don't... He was really low on inputs. Regardless, though, they had a huge momentum swing there with the mid fight and then getting that kill bot. Which they're picking up his PK here. I think he's going to try and make a play with his ulti, but after that team fight, you have a Behemoth that's going to get a PK within the next 3 minutes, I'd say 2 or 3 minutes. And then once that happens, you're going to have the icon on the Doctor, and then I think ECX is going to look to take fights towards them.
One would assume so. Slept, by the way, has been free farming for, well, most of the game at least. 250 gold per minute though. He's been spending a lot of time running around trying to set up kills as well, and haven't really been too successful so far. So struggling a little bit, and as we can see, Tankafet just finished his Astra at least a little bit ahead of Parasite as for right now. And well, he's standing here behind Swiftblade. Not entirely sure what the purpose is now, if Legion team wants to take control over the Hellborn Forest, or if they want to create something.
And you see which they're smoking bot went by the creep wave. He's in the side shop, but I don't know if they'll have enough damage with War Beast and Witch Slayer alone to kill the Doctor.
Yeah, it's going
unless
to be
War
close.
Beast is in auto attack range, like as soon as Witch Slayer goes in, I don't think they have enough damage.
Especially if Tankafet is fast with that heal of his.
The heal, yeah. And then they do have the red throw, but once again, you have the Ophelia heal, so.
We're just gonna have to wait and see. It seems like the Hellborn team is pretty comfortable just sitting back, as of right now at least, just trying to farm their core items.
Rotating into the enemy jungle here.
Yeah, I like the decision of them taking
Invis on
control.
Swiftblade.
There's a word of revelation. There's been a lot of word of revelations this game actually by Serenia, so heads up play by him as well, spotting a lot of those invisibility runes. Still Witchlayer, by the way, down at the bottom, so it's quite obvious now if you're Evil Corporation that, you know, he has his portal, he's looking
and that he's
set
missing,
something
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
As long as
So it's a lot of wasted time by him, though.
That it sure is.
But it does stop the Doctor from farming bot, but however, they're looking to take fights anyways, so.
Here is the puzzle box, gonna get picked off, and obviously it doesn't deal too much true damage in level 1 alone. Legion team knows the puzzle box is down now for a certain amount of time, at least, actually up to 70 seconds, so if they could utilize this into a push, perhaps. They need to be careful though, because they are spotted by the Hellhounds, and it looks like the Hellborn team is actually interested in taking a team fight right now, as Slapped is taking over Skeleton King as well. They're gonna find Near, a little bit out of position actually. Pitfall probably gonna secure this kill, but in the background, Luna might have overstepped her welcome as well. Fisher only going to hit Luna though. This might actually be the time that the Hellborn team are looking for. Shockwave is going to hit onto the Hellborn team, but it's already too late. This is not good whatsoever for Legion team. This is a disaster, in fact. Haxorn still being able to make it out. Oh, that was so incredibly close.
Ooh,
There's the buyback. Yeah, Parasite as well. This is a big buyback from him, boy. 3 kills.
Buyback.
And are they going to be able to get the War Beast as well? I don't think so. Who ported?
I think that was the Gladiator's TP for when he tried to get away.
What? Okay, I'm not entirely sure, but Sib is gonna fall as well. He's gonna try to.
Swiftblade buy back there too? I think Swiftblade bought back too, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. He
But
did get the quad
kill.
kill that gives him an icon. I can't even imagine it. Okay, he gets a regen rune too. I couldn't have imagined if he had the icon there and got 8 charges from that. That buyback would have been just even more better than it was. It's beautiful buyback though. I think what went wrong in that fight was the Witchslayer was able to just focus down the Doctor. They didn't have the Behe PK there, but if Behe did have PK, he would have saved Doctor from the Witchslayer combo and then into the Parasite combo. So.
Yeah, they tended to put a little bit more like they focused on Luna way too much. They used the Doctor Grip, the Fisher only for the Luna, so they literally had no spells left for the rest of the Hellborn team, and therefore, of course, falling victim to not only the puzzle box, but as you were talking about as well, a big Witchslayer ultimate, and the call to arms literally hit 3 people on top of that. So Legion team, yeah, definitely need to be careful not to make that mistake again.
Yeah, and good scouting with the Wolves, obviously, by Zibe, giving him good vision. I think they saw the smoke from Doctor top. Yeah.
Oh, at least they see
Maybe
Near
not.
hiding behind the trees.
Wow, they may be baiting this, but I'm not sure. They do have 4 people up here, so... ECX is rotating all their heroes. We do have Icon and Vestments picked up on Doctor now, though, so... PK on Behemoth too. Ulti's up in 10 seconds, so I think they're going to try and take this fight.
Yeah, Near is playing really offensive, kind of showing the Hellborn team that they are ready
Kind of
to
gives
fight.
away that his team could be behind him because he's playing like that.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much.
Just maybe a
Otherwise, he
little.
has Bolts of Steel being that far up. But Sibbe is going to trade towers, and I mean, I think trading towers at this point actually favors the Hellborn team. I would assume that I don't know if they have a late game actually. It's going to be really damn close. Don't really think
because
that either team
they do
could
have the
edge.
Doctor Swiftblade, but there is also the Gladiator Warbeast and then the Parasite. Because once Parasite does get that puzzle box rank 3, then that can cause a problem and sort of serve as a semi-carry.
Yeah, it's going to come down to execution. That's safe to say. Witchlayer, by the way, hits level 11 right there. So his silver bullet hits up to 650 magic damage.
They do have good sight for this fight here. You see they're going in on the Behemoth.
Whoa, what the hell was that? Haxorn jumping in like crazy. He'll come to calls to arms. Is going to hit anything. It hits Dr. Repulsor on the edge. Not going to be enough to finish it off though. Glacier's ultimate going to freeze the Warbeast as well. The puzzle box in the background. Where is Slap though? He actually is dead. Didn't see
I
that.
believe
but...
Behemoth solo shockwaved him, so...
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, he failed to jump into the puzzle box at least. But that initiation by Haxorn, that was balls to the walls. That was a little bit too dicey on his part. Jumping in.
He didn't have the mana for PK stun ulti, so he just did the minimize, I believe. Even at that, or yeah, I mean he could have stunned though. I mean they're the same mana cost at this point, so
I mean,
I'm
Sibir
not sure
wasn't
about
even
that
there.
play. Yeah, it was a little too early, I think, and then he kind of just saw them with the puzzle box, so he decided to go in. But ECX capitalized on that. Only lost Glacius, I believe. You're gonna see a lot of counter wards go down up here now, and in the Hellborn jungle, Serenia's gonna find the ward though.
Yeah, Nero has been playing phenomenal so far with these Glacius plays, just as risky as you would like him to do, and he's always in the right position with his ultimates as well, slowing down the enemy team. Oh, that war of sight, by the way, that he just plays, that's...
I think they saw him maybe place that with the wolf.
I think
That's
so.
always a yeah. With Warbeast on the other team, it's always a hassle. I know Love, he's always holding on to his words. He's like, I don't want to warp because there's a Warbeast wolf on me. He doesn't want to waste it, you know, because if they see you do that, it's just gonna get countered right away. So
Yeah, that's true. Good point to bring up. And of course, Sebe being one of the better Warbeast players on the scene, he knows what he's doing, and he's, as we can see right here, Hellhound, of course, scouting out Behemoth there as well.
yep, we got DD haste on the Doctor. I think he's gonna catch a Luna here if he tries to counter.
That he certainly
Yep.
is. He needs to be careful though, because no, never mind, that was only a Warbeast. Not much he can do to help his support player.
Yep. I think they might try to take Kong here. They do have an eye now picked up on Tankafet, and they're gonna start taking the map control.
Yeah, they
Gonna
got
look to
pretty
push
weak
bot.
heroes for the Kongor, or I mean,
Yeah.
weak creeps as well. Philias, three Skeleton Kings really focusing on that lockdown right now. I guess that's because of the Warbeast mostly, or mainly.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, it's really good against the Warbeast though, and also Parasite if you want to catch him in his creeps.
that's true.
But they do get the tier 2 tower. Momentum is still in their favor. They are at a 7k gold lead, almost 5k experience, so looking good for ECX here.
Absolutely. I think that they have the superior team fight as well. There aren't too many heroes on the Hellborn team that necessarily screams Shrunken Head. It is that Warbeast, but apart from that, like Witchslayer, Gladiator, not necessarily typical Shrunken Head heroes. So I think that the Shockwave is going to have a great impact in this game as well. Here's the
Yeah.
Hellhounds once more scouting, and there it expires and it's going to fall. But yeah, both teams seems pretty confident in actually taking this into the late game, as we see Evil Corporation not necessarily creating too much or forcing too
Parasite
much.
in a Hellhound walking by the Rev Ward. I think they saw him. Possibly.
Ooh, did they? Maybe.
They may have seen him.
If they paid attention to the minimap, maybe. Yeah, but that's...
It's really hard to spot a Parasite in a creep though, like for a split second on a Rev Ward.
that it
But
is.
he is looking to try and set up a solo kill or set up a kill with the Gladiator here. He's just gonna hop out and farm. Hastrun bot.
Void Talisman, by the way, picked up on Sane here, pulling the Behemoth as well. Swiftblade picked up a Firebrand as well. What do you think that's going to turn into? Is it going to be Geometry?
I think it's just gonna go into a Frostburn. I think he wants the stats. Firebrand gives him good mobility. Making it into a Frostburn just gives him those stats, that health that he needs to stay alive. So
Yeah, Frostburn might very well. Geometers does remove the Facehog Silence. Is there anything else? It doesn't remove the Showdown from Gladiator.
no, it doesn't. I think he might, like, eventually he might just split the Frostburn if he does go the Frostburn out into the Geos and possibly the Frostwolf. But
Yeah,
Geos is also good this game though. For the face hug and leech.
let's see here.
Oh, jumping.
Hellborn. Oh my
Invis.
god,
Wow.
they don't have any dust though, and as we can see right here, Witchslayer and Parasite, they are trying to flank. The puzzle box is used, by the way, and if catch the Mauler might go down here, and that's 70 seconds. That's going to be down in that case. Oh, Glacius
wow.
gets the damage.
Near.
Damn.
Watch out for that, the imprisonment. I don't know if they know that they're behind them. I mean, the Mauler came from that way, so they might know that Parasite's from that back there, but I'm not sure if they know exactly where the Witchslayer and Gladiator are at this point.
Nope, I don't think so at least. They are not entirely sure what they want to commit to right now. There is the Frostbrand, by the way, so you were right. He's going to pick up the Dice Brand onto Swiftblade. Like, they don't have, like, I don't think that this is the right decision whatsoever from the Legion team to actually go for the Conquer kill. I think this is way too risky, and this can backfire if they, like, get genocided right here. There's a call to arms coming from nowhere, and then just I don't know. I don't think that this is the right call whatsoever. I don't think that they needed the token of life.
I think it's just more of a, I guess, safety net. Once they get that on the Doctor Repulsor, he can basically do whatever he wants in the game. So we'll just see him, you know, in the next team fight, fly in, basically not giving, you know, any care to their team. And that just sets up Behe with a really good ultimate because they're going to collapse on the Doctor and try to help their teammate. So.
Oh, he's jumping. Jumping
Oh,
like crazy.
That was out of nowhere. I did not see that coming. But they probably figured that they're in their jungle, so.
Yeah, still stucking or still... Nope, never mind. They're gonna pour it out. Only one left now is slapped, and he might follow his teammate's lead and pour it out himself. Or is he gonna wait just a little bit? It looks like he's gonna chill here in the trees.
Shrunken Head is picked up on Dr. Repulsor, so I think they're gonna look to try and push that last outer tower top at this point with the token and Shrunken Head picked up.
Yeah.
Slapped is still bottom, uses the Mauler, or the puzzle box. You think he's gonna try and push here.
Putting a lot of pressure on at least. Split pushing effectively. And the Legion team, yeah, I'm not sure if... Oh my god, Glacius is in trouble as well. There's Ophila's touch. Astro is going to keep him alive with a call to arms. It's gonna finish him off. And Skeleton Kings might be able to find something. Dr. Repulsor is gonna jump in as well. He's gonna get a Gladiator.
Yep.
It's gonna be a big kill.
And
no buyback.
Once again, a good trade for ECX there. Losing their support for a Gladiator that was mid.
Yeah, that was real well played by Tankafet as well, controlling those Skeleton Kings, healing up Glacius, almost actually allowing his teammates
almost
to
saving
survive.
him. I think if Nier might have walked back, he might have like walked back towards the jungle actually. He might have been able to live and miss the call of arms, but regardless, good plays by ECX.
Silverbolt is down, and this is something the Legion team is well aware of. What kind of... Wait, Gladiator did buy back. Okay, so he just got the gold. Enough for that.
And you see Glacius coming back immediately, but you see the counter push that the Hellborn team has with just the power throw and the pitfall coming out from Gladiator, so...
Yeah, Legion team, it's going to be enough to force them back. At least they're going to continue to farm in the Hellborn forest. But as we can see, the Hellborn team thinking one step ahead. They don't want to go out. They don't want to take a fight versus this token of life on the Dr. Repulsor. For obvious reasons, of course.
Puzzle box getting caught again.
Damn.
It's on cooldown again now. After it wears out. So I think they notice that and they're going to just take another push.
Yeah, sure looks like it. That is almost a little bit sloppy, showing off that cooldown right there. This gives Evil Corporation a window, definitely. Puzzle box, it's still up though. They might want to wait before it actually runs out.
They could possibly wait, but I think they know they have the Astro and the Mana Ring available, so they're not too worried about taking a little bit of damage.
Yeah, as long as they are careful not to get caught in a call to arms, they should be fine, especially with that token of life. They're
Doctor
gonna
going
find
in.
Serenia. He's in trouble. Fisher gonna finish him off. Sib is going to be hit as well. Of course, popping the Shrunken Head, not necessarily going to be able to do too much though, because he hasn't used his Metamorphosis. Dr.
Token still up on
Repulsor.
Doctor.
Yeah, he's kind of like begging.
He missed
the
Shockwave.
Hellborn team to
He
kill
is
them.
smoking into the enemy base. He's
heads
trying
up
to set up here.
played by Sane right there. Trying to get the Shockwave, or is he going to be able to find Slapped? I mean, I'm not sure if he has vision on Gladiator. I think he does. Now he does at least. Masera gonna attempt a showdown this right there. It's not going to be successful though. And Millerax is going to fall without too much of a defense here from the Hellborn team. It doesn't look like they can do anything.
Wow, and they still have tokens, so I think they're just gonna go straight up, take the tier 2, and then fall back after that.
Evil Corporation is just playing flawlessly, really. I mean, everything right there. I mean, from the jump on Serenia, from Behemoth smoking up behind, making the Hellborn team lose vision, to like their decision makings, to Ophelia, Skeleton King, Micro. Like everything is feels top notch here. They are clearly outplaying Sync Esports in this game number 1.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Sync can even do to get back in this if they keep playing this way. If they keep applying the pressure and then get that next token, or even win like one major team fight when they don't have buybacks on the Hellborn side, then they're just going to take another X.
That they sure are. I mean, they can just play it safe from here and wait for yet another Kongor. There's additional 40 seconds up on this token. I don't think that they're gonna look to use it though. They would have to run over to the Hellborn side right away if they were actually looking to use this. It seems like they're just confident enough taking this into the later stages. Wait for another one. Actually, Parasite smoked up here close to Ophelia, looking for a kill. I think it's become clear now for the Hellborn team that they cannot win this if they just follow the textbook.
Oh,
And yeah, another kill in the
which
mid.
Slayer get picked mid. I believe the shockwave was used. Yep. I think they're gonna go right towards bot lane now. Witch Slayer has no buyback. He's down for 40 seconds. Haste Rune's gonna be picked up by Imba. I think that's like his third Haste Rune or something.
Swiftblade, 3k gold. What do we expect from him? Do you think he's gonna break it up into the geometers, or do you expect something else?
He could go something like a Shroud. I know they do have the puzzle box though, so I'm not too sure about that. Basher could also be a pickup, or Brutalizer, but ultimately we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, tank effect by the
Ophelia
way.
might be in trouble. I'm not sure if they saw him. Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Blind
the pitfall is
pitfall.
gonna be blind. Yeah, exactly. And they are probably going to get the kill at least.
And they bring everybody. There's the eye though, so... Oh, they forgot the eye.
Ah, I don't think they catch that. And Sane is
Wow.
gonna pick it up instead.
That is really crucial. It saves 700 gold.
That's unfortunate
So
indeed.
heads up play by Zane, knowing that it was still there. But a little bit of a misplay from Sync. There's the Brutalizer on Swiftblade. I think it's a good item just to be able to potentially lock down the Warbeast in his ulti, and then it just gives him more stats so that he doesn't have to worry about being, I guess, bulleted down by the Witch Slayer along with the face hug leech combo from Parasite.
Glacius picked up a Void Talisman, farming a little bit in the forest himself. We're now up to a 30k gold lead for Evil Corporation. Not that much in experience actually, so if the Hellborn team actually were to win a fight, which we saw them do in the early game, like there's definitely the potential of doing so if they can catch Dr. Pulsar now when he doesn't have a token of life, then it could make it their way back into the game, but they need to make something happen in that case. They can't sit back and wait for Evil Corporation to once again take the command. Wait.
Yeah, I think Evil Corporation is just gonna wait for one more item on Doctor possibly, and then wait for that con because he's just getting close to the Hellflower. He's gonna pick it up here, and then P-Myth I believe is going to Tablet. I think that's what the book is for.
Yeah, looks like it.
And then you got a
Spell
Bulwark picked up on Ophelia. I think that might be his next item. I know Zane does like to go spell shards on Behe. I actually like them too. But we'll have to see. He is actually 4-0-9 right now, so playing great as a Suicide Behe. And you saw he had a rough start at the beginning of the game in the 1v1 situation.
that he did. Definitely recovered. That's what you get from getting all those towers. Obviously, with the help of his teammates, real team effort so far from Evil Corporation. Everyone playing out of their mind, to say the least. And as we can see down here as well.
Top lane.
Oh, Swiftblade, you are in trouble. Face hug, it's going to come off. Of course, the spin is available, but it's not going to matter too much. It's still going to attempt to port out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. His lap kind of just ran at him actually, and then face hugged when he was in melee range, so that was kind of awkward. But obviously, he didn't get the spin off in time. But if he did, he could have lived there possibly. But good scouting with the wolves there and setting up a kill. But still, the GPM charts, Doctor's leading by a significant amount against the Hellborn team, and then you have Swiftblade right behind him as second in the game. So,
Yeah.
and then you see the solo lane on Haxrin, like he was supposed to be like the same role that Doctor was, and now look at his GPM. He's just kind of fallen off ever since he got that PK. So.
That he sure has. He doesn't have the same farming potential or farming capabilities as the Doctor or Pulsar. He so desperately needs those early kills, and obviously his team, who's been at disadvantage now for pretty much the entire game, simply hasn't been able to get any kills whatsoever.
Regen Rune picked up on Doctor now too for a minute. I believe Congar is going to be up within the next minute or two, and they'll look to rotate and get that.
Yeah, I assume that is what they are waiting for. Ophelia, by the way, with 2.7k gold, is this going to be the demonic breastplate, or do you expect us to see something else?
Storm Spirit could be a possibility just for when they initiate. Like, it's really good against Witch Slayer. If he gets the good initiation off on Doctor, then he can just get Storm Spirit in the minimize or the stun, and that helps him to get his shrunken head off ultimately. So he's gonna fly towards mid lane. Doctor, it's a kill. Wow.
Regeneration rune gonna bring him right back up to 100% mana once more. He's actually gonna use it a little bit too late right there and waste his mana. Might still be able to get a kill here. I'm pretty sure that he can 2 versus 1 these guys. He doesn't have any dust though.
As long as he gets the Shrunken off. Oh, and Gladiator CPing out. Yep.
Level 20, Dr. Repulsor just doing his thing.
Champion New Earth. No. Yeah, I'm not sure what Sin can do at this point. They need to have a really good team fight at their base. Kongor just spawned. They do have rev wards. They already have a rev ward down in it. They did not get the ward, so they will see them go into the Kong pit, but Witchslayer is going to be down. He has buyback available, but I don't think they'll want him to use that, so.
I mean, he's going for a shrunken head as well, and even if he gets that, yeah, sure, he might be able to survive a few seconds more in the team fight, but it's still like, I mean, really, for what reason? Like, you might get
auto
a
attack
few...
damage is still just going to kill him. They do have a Swift Blade still that we haven't really seen much of Brave, but he has been farming really well and did get a really good start in the early game. So
Kongor is gonna drop without any resistance whatsoever from our Hellborn team, and yeah, I don't know. I almost feel like that was like their only chance of actually making it back. I don't think that they have a chance if they're with Immoboy level 21 now, 500 gold per minute, and he's got a token of life. I don't think that they have what it takes to bring him down.
And it is Doctor, which is arguably the best hero that with the token of life, so I really don't think there's much they can do. They're gonna buy out on the Hellborn team, Witchslayer is the only one. Actually, Parasite has 4,300 gold.
That's a lot of gold stored up on the slab. They're gonna jump in. Oh my god, a Puldo hitting Witchslayer as he blinks in. Did you see that? Like, Dr. Repulsor targeted him when he was in the back, but he found him just next to him, so it was like, oh my god, that sequence right there.
Up unslapped.
A shrunken head? What? He's gonna be able to jump on the glaciers, but the Void Talisman is still keeping Nier alive, giving his team so much time. 5-second stun actually on Swiftblade as well.
Shockwave coming in here.
Oh my god, there it is! Yeah, beautiful time by Zane, and that's probably going to seal the deal. There are no more further buybacks. I mean, Slap did buy the shrunken head, so he doesn't have a buyback for that reason alone. And
yeah, just beautiful initiation by him again, just catching Witchslayer out.
That was hilarious though. Like, we have to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's just a weird interaction, yeah. Like if you target them with it as they PK in and you go by them kinda, then I guess it pulls them, but just a really good team fight there for ECX. And then Zane just being patient and knowing when to go in, like he gets the 3-man shockwave, so.
Yeah, and he's playing it really well as well with those veiled rots in the background. He's making sure that the enemy team cannot cancel him whatsoever. If they want to cancel him, they have to jump in with a portal key first to get vision. They cannot target him whatsoever, so really heads up plays by him. And, well, team effort from Evil Corporation. They played phenomenal in game number 1. I guess we won't be seeing Witchslayer now for an additional 2 years or something once more.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I don't think it's gonna come into game number 2.
The hero has